EA Sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taking in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Stroud on 3rd down now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Reeves-Maybin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Goff on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play, but he could not secure it.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Back deep is Steven Sims. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, 58 yards. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet. and say, this is what the problem is? Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of the first with 3rd down looming. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Goff. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Montgomery. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They try again with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuck the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this is going to be no good. That was short. Not even on target either, but it was short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker as to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Houston set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Stroud working out of the gun. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's Mixon on the counter. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move him from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here's Stroud.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 7. Goff. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Nico Collins, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. To throw is Goff. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Second and 2.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 1st down, it's Goff. his throw here's incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. $10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
To the air again. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Goff now looks to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here's Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And remember, here on a miss, this is a live football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's first and 10 at the 19-yard line. Mixing up the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Got a man, it's Collins, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions 21. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Stroud looking to throw. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here come the Lions now. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it goes to James.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Mixon is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Another shot now for this Lions offense.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gibbs. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but when he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt.
Oh, this is going to be fielded defensively. And remember, this is a live football. Houston's offense taking over again.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On first down, here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
On second down, it's Stroud.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Stroud here on 3rd and long.
Dancing to his left. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Throw left side complete. That's right. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the red zone now, Goff. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and that will keep the deficit at 20.
I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you get a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports halftime report. First, though, a check to the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions.
And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On second down now, it's Gibbs, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Goff on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Goff's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, Gibbs.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing him.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kicker on
And oh, it's blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And Stroud now to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Stroud.
He sets to fire deep.
Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Goff off the bootleg.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
A give. This is Montgomery. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point in the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Montgomery is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
A try here for the extra point. And he missed it. Not only was it wide right, didn't even look to have the distance either. Wow. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. It's complete to Diggs.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Step up right now. Let's go now. Let's go. They can't stop. Let's go do this. Let's get it done. It's all like popcorn. Come on. You ready to roll? It's all like popcorn. Get out now. Get it, baby. Come on with it, man. They can't reach it.
On third down, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
The second down throw now from Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and 1, Stroud.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on third and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, first and 10.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Stroud on third down now.
Going deep for Diggs.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
And he had a short touchdown run last series, 4 carries, good yardage as well. Pretty good all around, really, Charles.
It was, because think of the drive that created all of that, right? The ability to carry the football, the ability to see holes that were created for him, even able to pat the wide receivers on the back and say, thanks, guys, for the help, and finishes it off with that short touchdown run. I can't wait to see what they do in the next drive and the next series, because I want to see how the defense adjusts. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch? And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
86 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
It's some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. They'll try the air now with Goff. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Give him 10 yards as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Let's go, man.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
They'll run with Montgomery. He gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Up the middle they go. Gibbs, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Goff looking to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans back out there and ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He's got it to Collins, complete.
A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Stroud to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Stroud. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On 1st and 10, Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Goff throwing again. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibbs.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Goff. Flushed out right, and he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
To about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Stroud.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Mixon with a first down carry. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him.
The pass rush pressure is really starting to increase on the quarterback now. They bring him down for a sack and a big loss, and back him up further as he tries to lead a scoring drive in a one-possession game here late.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
On 1st down, it's gone. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Goff on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going up the gut, Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. Right's got, oh no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this fourth quarter deficit. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their 25-yard line. To throw is Goff. He's got it to Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. They find some open field here.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Stroud with another keeper.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Goff now looks to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Goff. His throw incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Goff now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. 5 missed field goals, just a disastrous performance.
And he won't get another chance, I can't imagine. Partner, he may want to get the resume ready, too.
Yeah, maybe time to dust it off.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got playing to catch.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
To throw is Stroud. Open man there is Collins, complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.